All right, YouTube, we're back at you. Here's a, it's not an install video, but it's I'll show you what it looks like and some tips on what I found when I installed this. This is the Airlift, I believe it's the 82104, and also the Gen 3 wireless air kit, part number 72,000. First, we'll start under the truck with the springs themselves. First, when you're going to install, remove the spare tire. If you have a lifted vehicle, it makes it much nicer because it gives you plenty of room. All right, so here we see the bag installed. I have a 4-inch lift, so I needed to use the spacers. Those we'll talk about in a minute. You do have to modify those. It's per the instructions, but it's just a little nerve-wracking because you're pretty much breaking something that you don't have any extras of. There's little tabs that they tell you to break off of the little pucks, each of the puck. You have to break off the tabs on 4 of them. One being the top puck, which bolts to the plate, the black plate, circular plate, and then the bottom puck, which bolts to that lower bracket. It was just a little nerve-wracking breaking off the tabs because you never know. Just read all the instructions fully. Go through every step before you actually do it. Like, see what the next step is before you complete the first one, I guess. Okay, so the Airlines, I just use a razor blade. They don't seem to be leaking. I put the corrugated plastic over the brake lines. I had some extra lying around. I think it looks a little better, gives it a little bit extra protection. Even added some. The corrugated on the left is the ABS, so I just added some there. Got the 2 backup air inlets on the trailer hitch in case the compressor goes down. Okay, let's move to the compressor itself. Give me a minute to get over there. I don't have editing software. All right. Okay, compressor is mounted in this little gusset, and the air control module is just mounted to the inside of the frame. Airlift suggests 2 different variations. This is the best location, not the best location, but the best setup for the air filter, which is here. That separates the water. This is your actual module, and this is the best setup with the plug right here going to the top, so that's going straight down to the ground, if you would, and then this is also pointing straight to the ground. So this line goes to the air compressor. It goes up to the braided line here in the back. Oh, actually, it's not braided. Excuse me, it's just heavy duty black. It's this line here. I made a template of the holes of the air compressor with a you could use cardboard or a thin piece of wood. Drill the holes out, each of the holes. And then take that template, drill out the 2 outside holes, put your template up on this side of, or the bottom side of the gusset, screw it down with the 2 holes you already have drilled, and that will give you the other 2 holes that you need to drill. And it worked out great. was perfect. Okay, let's move to the engine compartment. This part was the biggest issue. So Airlift gives you, they don't give you this, the ATC fuse or the ATM fuse. What they give you is this piece here. And you're supposed to hijack one of the available lines. Well, this brass piece. This brass piece is for an ATC style fuse. Let me see if I can get one in the video. Okay, it's for the bigger one. Okay, you can see the difference there. Okay, this fits this, but not this. Well, pretty much any late model GM truck's gonna have the smaller ATM style fuse. So Airlift, if you're watching this, you need to upgrade this piece to match the smaller pieces. I didn't have anything to cut this with. Could you cut it and modify it? Sure. Unfortunately, I don't. So what I did was I hardwired it. I've got a second battery, deep cycle, so I just hardwired it to an existing fuse block I have. So it gets power there, and then the ground straight to the battery. Airlift makes it super easy. You plug in the harness, and the only wires you have left to run are the power and the ground. So ground to the battery, power to either a hard wire fuse, or if you can modify the piggyback, I'll call it that, I have no idea what it's called. So if you modify the piggyback, the little brass tab to fit an ATM style fuse, then you'd be good to go. I could modify it. I'd rather be able to play with the air with the truck off anyways. Okay, so now onto the remote. It has been a little finicky, I've found. I'm getting some failure codes sometimes. So let's see what happens. I think right now we're at 5. So we're at 5 right now. So we're going up to 15. Let's go to 25. All right. See, there's your fail code. I don't know why. I took the battery out of the controller and put it back in, and it seemed to work okay. All right, so I will end the video here, and when I get this working again, I'll do a video just on the remote and see if I can come up with a reason it's failing. All right, thanks.